morning, Mathletes and film majors. It's Friday, September 21st. You know what? This might be the first time I've said that, and it's actually been in the morning. And I'm supposed to be on vacation. Something is wrong here. So, Caitlin, I'm glad your TV show proposal went well. Tell me one thing. Is Jerry Carlson supposed to be you? I'm sorry, I just had to do it. Anyway, I've been on this boat for 6 days now, and I'm starting to go a little bit stir crazy. What little I found to do stopped being entertaining about day 3, and I was completely right about the number of old people on this boat. I'm fairly sure the average age on this boat is well above the qualifying line for AARP. And it takes me about 20 minutes to get anywhere on this boat because, number 1, old people like to walk in packs and as slow as snails. And number 2, they have the least, spatial awareness that I have ever seen. It's like they have some kind of weird sixth sense for where I want to walk, and then they veer in front of me right when I try to pass them. Although I suppose that could be blamed on the ship's rocking. I swear sometimes when the water's rough, it looks like the entire hallway is drunk as we stagger down the hallway. But a surprisingly large number of these old people are annual cruise goers. The first thing they ask is how many cruises you've been on before and what boats they were on, and when I tell them I don't remember, they look at me like I've grown a second head. And sometimes they get in groups and they have these little bragging contests as to who's been on the best ships and who was on the maiden voyage of that ship, and who the hell cares? And they already have 2 planned for next year. I met one old couple who has been on a cruise boat the equivalent of 5 straight years in a row. That's ridiculous. But for doing a lot of cruising, they're also surprisingly bad at navigating the ship and knowing what's going on. I cannot tell you how many people have stopped me to ask stupid questions. It's like they assume, oh, you're young, you must know where this thing is or what time bingo starts. No. Even worse, on Monday I was sitting outside a farmer's market that was literally 100 feet off the boat, and so everyone on the cruise ship walked by there. And I was using my computer and on the internet, and 10 different old people stopped and asked me, can you help me connect my computer, or can you help me connect my iPad? If you don't know how to use the iPad and connect your own internet, why do you have it? Again, I don't understand why old people insist on having technology if they don't know how to use it. But moving on. Being one of the 10 people under the age of 30 on this boat has been nice in a couple of ways. First, I was right about the midnight buffet. Pretty much anything that happens late at night, really. Completely open. These guys are textbook early birds. Dining room always full at breakfast, but no one eats dinner after 6 and everyone is in their cabin by dark. Which works out well for me since I don't like to wake up before 11 or go to sleep before morning. Then one day I went to this event just called The Game Show, and it turned out to be a speed scavenger hunt. The host would call out things like a room key or a straw or something else that you could find in the area that we were sitting in, and the first team that brought it to him would get a point. Since my parents didn't go with me, I got into a team of 4 other young people about my age. We owned that competition. We would win every point because we'd grab something in the back and start sprinting to the front, and by the time we got there, the old people who had been sitting 5 feet away are still slowly hobbling their way up there. And I know that sounds bad, we were taking advantage of the old people, but we did all that running and all I got was this stupid keychain, so I don't feel too bad. One of the most continuously entertaining things I've found to do is a game that I'm playing with my family when we go to dinner. Most, if not all, of the crew members here are foreign, and their name tags say what country they're from. And so we try to guess from their accents. There's a lot of Eastern European accents and a lot of South American accents, and you think it'd be pretty easy to at least land on the right continent, right? No, not when you're playing with my dad. He's so bad at games. He thinks that every accent is an Irish accent. I literally do not think I have met one Irish person on this boat, and yet every single time, he guesses Irish. Every time. I'm also a big fan of British accents, so one day we went to this pub thing that served British food, and I was really excited because I thought I was going to get to hear a lot of them, and no one there was British. I was not amused. But I've only got 2 more days to go, and then I'm back at school on Monday. Woo! For all the mathletes, I'm Susan. For all the film majors, Kayla will be back on Monday. For everyone else, thanks for joining us.